Hello out there. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Now in America, tonight we want to talk about a certain thing. And that certain thing is the Department of Justice. Here at the Heavy Monte YouTube channel, we call it the Department of Just, J-U-S-T, ICE, I-C-E, America. Now, the Department of Justice, Pam Bondi, came out today and said that they're going to arrest anybody who conduct hate speech. You understand, America? She don't give a damn about the First Amendment. Freedom of speech. She said, you better don't say nothing hateful. And, it's ironic. She just wiped out most of her voters. America, Now, let's say America has a ton of hate groups out there. Shit. The Department of Just ICE just did it. America, all they're trying to do is intimidate us and say to us that we can't talk about that bum Charlie Kirk. You see what I'm saying, America? It's a damn shame that the Vice President of the United States and the taco president is going around attacking Democrats and the left, they say, and it comes out that we hadn't had anything to do. We hadn't had anything to do with the death of, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk to us is a bum. We don't follow Charlie Kirk. We wouldn't have our children listen to that garbage. That's what I'm surprised with everybody who is paying respect to that pig. You see what I'm saying? We don't want nobody to get gunned down, America, But if Satan got gunned down, would you have any sympathy for Satan? Huh? Would you have any sympathy for Satan? You wouldn't. You see what I'm trying to say? So America, but I do have sympathy for somebody doing that to him because unlike Pam Bondi, I think that Charlie Kirk had the right to be a racist. You see what I'm saying, America? They say that's free. That's free. When he was speaking that shit, because if that wasn't true, there would be no KKK. They'd be all locked up. If hate speech was outlawed, huh? You see what I'm trying to tell you? Donald Trump, big stink, shitting pants would be in jail, huh? For hate. Because he came out and said he hate. He said it. He is guilty, America, of hating liberals and Democrats. So Pam Bondi, arrest that motherfucker right now. You see, America, this is the kind of comical drama that happens when you elect a criminal Republican Party. Oh, God. You know what happened today? Let me get a little water, America. Cash Patel went up to the Senate hearing. He was arguing with people and shit. So they asked him, they said, look here, can you say unequivocally that Donald Trump is not in the Epstein files? He said, yes. Next question. Have you read the entire Epstein files? He said, no. You see, America, these guys, they're full of shit, man. And Cash Patel, he was like this. He said like that. The senator was on his ass. Said he was using, I don't know how true this is, private airplanes. The man said, you use the private airplanes to fly some, Mel Gibson and some people around to some fighting matches? And he said, yes or no, get it out. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Then one senator said, hey, so we ain't gonna see your ass again. he told Cash Patel, said Donald Trump ain't gonna like this shit. Because Donald Trump look weak. Donald Trump don't like to look weak. Donald Trump wanted Cash Patel to go in there and say, hey, look at here. I'm gonna arrest all you motherfuckers if you don't leave me alone. You see what I'm trying to say, America? But Cash Patel, he ain't too bright. I'm trying to tell you. He forget. He forget what color he is. So he gonna soon find out. He's gonna find out, America. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Heavy know, because Heavy been black a long time. through Jim Crow America. You understand? I remember the time when the blacks had to count jelly beans before they can vote. Now they're doing it worse than the jokers in the red states. They're not letting them vote at all. Donald Trump told me, hey, look, we do not need your vote. I'm a king, and you guys are screwed. And just to let you know that I'm the king, I'm going to kick you in your ass and take away your Medicare, your Medicaid, and I'm going to take away your health insurance. And if you die, you understand? You die. Because we all die sometimes, they say. That's what Joni Earth told them. The Republicans, they ain't playing. They're playing for keeps. They say shit because they know if the Democrats take over, there will be investigations. And we will find out what's going on in America. And it won't be a damn song. It'll be justice, not just ICE going around picking up people, for no damn reason. Hispanic people, that's some bullshit, America. And we should be talking trash about it. Now, I want to say, that hate speech, America, that's very hard to do when you're talking about a damn Republican, because I know you hate the idea that Donald Trump is lying and got America looking like a goddamn laughingstock of America. Little small countries are saying, shit, America's a banana republic. We got to vote those Republicans out. They got to go. And that's why Heavy always say, never, ever vote for a Republican. Because they are notorious liars in America. They'll lie you right in your face and lie. Now they'd hide. Oh, they'd hide. When they go speak, they try out some stuff, Donald Trump said, go out there and tell those people that that bill is big and it's beautiful. That congressman or senator, he goes out there, and those maggots be they raising hell. Yeah, you did this to us, man. What the hell you did? You guys are lying to us, You guys are dictators, The same shit that we were trying to tell them, The same stuff. Heavy was trying to tell them. I said, don't vote for the Republicans. The Republicans are going to do you in. Me and the wife were saving our money and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We living on a little pension here. We save our dollars. I'm trying to tell you, I'm missing 3 teeth. I'm holding to my money so I find out what the hell's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? 3 teeth, $200, $2,000, $2,500 a piece. But if you pay that money out, I'll be crying and shit. But I need my teeth as soon as they heal. You see? This is the type of stuff. All Americans, we need health care. Health care is expensive. And Donald Trump is running all the freaking doctors out of the country. Man, he's messing up all the way around. Now, spotlight on the state of Georgia. Now, if you live in Georgia, you are witnessing what happens to you when you vote for a Republican. Now, they tell me that five paper plants, they employ a lot of damn people, and it brings money into your community. When you close down a paper plant, you're taking out millions. They say $3 billion out of the Georgia economy. Then, on top of that, Donald Trump went down there and attacked the South Koreans. Went into the plant to get over here, put handcuffs on them, and took them to jail. The South Korean president called him and said, "What the hell you doing, man? Let my people go." So once he got him back over there to South Korea told him, "See, you asshole." And the South Korean president made him like a fool, cracking jokes on him and shit, ridiculing Donald Trump, because Donald Trump will ruin your dinner. I'm trying to tell you. He ruined the dinner, they told me, in the White House cafeteria. Shit, this came in there, he started farting at the door. Said, one lady got sick. He'll ruin your dinner. So the South Korean, tell them, that's some stuff. I got my people back home, but we can't trust. Coming back there, we closing that damn factory down in Georgia. Huh? It went down in Georgia. It went down in Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, in America. that the Republican Party, huh? The Republican Party led by Donald Trump, a pervert, they say, and a pedophile. The Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen, led by a criminal Senate and a House of Representatives, voted America to take, you understand, to take and keep the Jeffrey Epstein file secret to protect somebody, say, a pedophile president. They told Heavy Monte, that there might be some revealing photographs in those files. Cash Patel said he saw some, and the ones that he saw didn't have nobody in there, he said. Everybody was clean. But he said he hadn't seen them all. So we're waiting on Cash Patel to come back and let us know. Now in America, we can make this real freaking easy. Ring, ring, ring. Call the Republicans right now. Tell them Heavy Monte sent you. Call them and say, we want to see the Jeffrey Epstein files. Bad enough that we think Donald Trump is a Russian damn spy and a closet homosexual. You understand? If they won't reveal them and stand up for our people in the gay community. You know what that happened if you come out? He and his buddy Lindsey Graham, they tell me. Now, I don't know what truth is. I'm not accusing nobody of this shit. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you what I heard. You understand what I'm trying to say? And after what Donald Trump did to that microphone, I believe this shit. After he wants let the files come out, something ain't right. After he's acting all kind of peculiar, very peculiar, ain't that peculiar? Huh? That he is so afraid of Vladimir Putin and he's letting the Ukraine burn? Huh? They say that Donald Trump was a sexual freak. And more than that, they say. So we want to know about this shit. You Republicans stop playing games with us and stop lying, stop trying to separate the American people and shit. Nobody care about race any damn more except you maggots. You're fighting against yourself. Huh? We don't want to have this shit no more. We want peace. And to achieve peace in America, we must remove a criminal Republican Party and get rid of that maggot Supreme Court. All 6 of those maggots on the Supreme Court. Huh? They have no honor, America. They're in the pocket of Donald Trump. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte Podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Telling you that I'm a voice out here crying on the YouTube channel, America. Crying for you people to subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel so my voice can get louder and stronger and tell everybody, never, ever vote for the Republican again. And please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel.